All right.
Got it.
Welcome back to the Inside Story Group, guys.
No, it's been a long time. Had some delays.
That's okay, though. We're excited to see you. So shall we jump right into the project presentations?
Yep. Yes.
All right. So Darrow has his that he worked on all through November, that he learned about all through November.
And then we finished up.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna share our screen.
Oh. Hey, I have that same shirt. I have the same shirt you're wearing, Eric.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a t-shirt. But it has the same design.
That's cool.
What happened, Mom?
Well, I'm trying to get it to hold on, where is the
Okay, that was cool.
okay, hold on. We had it all saved and now it's host attendee Zoom. Here it is.
Ow, snap.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Do your part. Okay.
Each of you.
Okay, can you guys see the
Pilgrims.
Yep.
I have mine here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Darrow.
All right. My story is about the Pilgrims. All right, let's get it started.
Hold on. Let me
Oh, whoops.
I'm just gonna change this so that we can see. There we go. On the recording, it shows everyone's faces in the corner. Okay, go ahead, Darrow.
I'm the king of the Inside Story Group. What's it?
Here, you have to no.
Oh, that.
There you go.
So, James, what church do you want to go to?
I am a Mormon, so I go to the Mormon church.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I have to go to the Church of the Inside Story Group. All right, Eric, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Okay, this is actually a hard one because either I want to be a semi-truck driver, which is
A trucker?
yeah, or a concrete guy.
Okay.
You know, like the guys that actually make the sidewalks.
Got it. Okay.
Construction workers.
Well, sorry. What? Yeah, I have to work in the fields for my friend the rich guy. Sorry. Carolyn. Aunt Carolyn?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it all right? Aren't you glad you are in such a great country where everything is discovered and civilized already?
I am happy to be in our country. We've got a good place.
Well, your life is fine. You do not need to adventure. How did that make you feel?
It made me.
How did it make you feel? You told somebody.
I want to go to the church of my own. That made me feel sad because the king is bossing me around, and even just me myself, I hate getting bossed around a lot.
That's how the Pilgrims felt.
Yeah, I don't like it.
How did
I
Eric?
like just swimming.
Well, listen, he's
How does that make you feel?
I feel like just swimming across to him, punching him in the face, and then swimming back.
And now, Aunt Carolyn,
Yeah.
how did that make you feel?
Yeah,
I missed the part. Was I supposed to pretend I was in England when you asked me the first question?
no, so what he was getting at was you love your country, but then he's like, yeah, you're right, you don't need adventure, you don't need to try anything new. And so how would it make you feel if you were told that you don't need to try anything new and to just stay doing exactly what you're doing?
Well, it made me feel sad and bored. I like trying new things.
E.T.
That's how the Pilgrims felt. All right, let's get started. A group of people wanted to leave for 3 reasons: religious freedom, economic freedom, and adventure. So Eric, what is religion? All right.
Oops, sorry.
Eric, what is religious freedom?
He said he doesn't know, so tell.
Okay. It's freedom to choose what you believe.
Oh.
James, what is economic freedom?
Choosing what you want to work to do or do stuff. You're getting forced to. Economic freedom is choosing what job you want to be, career.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Why would so if any of you could answer this, why would people want anything different?
Because they're bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're bored of doing everything the same way every single day for the rest of their lives.
Huh. Yeah. So there were 2 ships that left Southampton, England.
The Mayflower and Speedwell.
Yep. That's correct.
I can't believe I
But
didn't.
crack, the Speedwell started leaking.
So they had to go back. And then they tried
Okay,
one more
let him.
and
You
had to
can
go
do
back.
your version in a bit. Let him finish his.
Yep. Yep. Both ships turned around. So one ship, Mayflower, the Mayflower picked up some Speedwell passengers. There were 102 passengers plus the crew. Crazy, am I right? The second time they left Plymouth, England. And that time they left on September 6th, 1620. The Mayflower headed for Virginia colony, not like the modern state of Virginia, the colony. Anyway, so because there were warmer winters and more time to grow food. Anyway, so the Mayflower size was 106 feet long and 25 feet wide. So can you read this?
It's okay, go ahead.
So we wanted to see how big that is in real life. So we connected an imperial feet, which is so we converted imperial feet, which is our normal measurement we use, it into Darrow feet, mini feet. So they're 100.
James is raising his hand.
Oh yeah.
It's big as a basketball court. A basketball court.
High school basketball court.
Well, some
No, basketball court.
Some basketball courts are slightly different sizes. So a high school.
Molly, stop.
Yes.
So anyway, Molly, I need you to
Molly. Okay.
Oh gosh. Anyway, 106 feet long equals 1,272 inches. 25 feet wide equals 300 inches. Darrow foot 9.5 inches long. 106 feet
Don't
long.
just read it to him. Explain what you did.
So we measured it from heel to toe. So total inches divided by Darrow foot inches is 134 Darrow feet long. A total inches divided by Darrow foot inches equals 31.5 Darrow feet wide. So we went to the EAC football field, and I went heel to toe, all the way to how wide and long the Mayflower was. 31.5 Darrow feet wide. Look at that.
That is not wide at all.
Yeah, would you want to be cramped 102 people all in there?
There's so
Oh.
much people
Yeah,
that the
and then-
shipmate had to sleep wherever they could find.
So here, okay. And then this wide. How would you like to be cramped in 102 people plus sailors in that width and that long? I would like it.
I would hate it.
I'd probably start pulling people overboard to get more space.
The shipmates had to sleep in the cargo hold because there's so much passengers in there. And so there's cargo and flour and water and wine everywhere
Got it.
in the bottom.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh, it's a spider.
they landed in Cape Cod on November 11th, 1620. So 6 days equals 2 months. 2 months at sea. And Cape Cod is northern, which is cold in those months. They didn't stay at Cape Cod though. It was cold. They went to Plymouth. It was cold. 45 pilgrims died first winter. Spent the winter in Plymouth. Some lived on the boat during the winter. Some lived on the land in huts. New friends? Nope. Hostile natives. The first natives they met were not friendly. They were the only people they met that first winter. New friends. Nauset tribe of the Wampanoag Nation. They became friends with them in the spring. Pilgrims were taught how to plant native crops. Peace agreement that lasted more than 50 years. Oh, 50. So the peace agreement meant that they could visit each other's village, and trade and be friends. Yeah. First Thanksgiving, it was
Oh my god.
to have a feast to celebrate the harvest. Pilgrims would likely had that feast, and the Wampanoag people may have been invited. On Thursday, November 26th, 1789, George Washington issued a proclamation, a day of public thanksgiving and prayer. Beginning in 1863, President Abraham Lincoln encouraged Americans to recognize the last Thursday of November as a day of Thanksgiving. So why am I thankful for the Pilgrims?
What do you
Our country was created because I'm thankful for the Pilgrims, because if they hadn't came, our church wouldn't exist, and we would be in the Church of England. We wouldn't even be in this land. So our country was created with religious freedom protected. To choose my own path. I can decide what I want to do and be when I grow up for the economic freedom and to be brave. They remind me to be brave and do hard things. Thanks for listening.
Can I do mine now?
Way to go, Darrow.
Thanks.
Do we want to do questions for Darrow now or wait and have all the questions after James's?
At the end. At the end.
Let's do it now.
Yeah, let's do it now. Does anybody have any questions for Darrow or thoughts about his presentation?
Cool.
Yeah, but if you have got his presentation,
Thanks,
or
Eric.
did it or not?
You did good.
Thank you.
Can you help me?
I had a hard time not saying things about the Revolutionary War in that.
Yeah.
Darrow, what did you think was the most interesting part about learning about the Pilgrims? If you had to pick one favorite fact, what's your one favorite Pilgrim fact?
That that almost everybody I'm surprised that almost everybody is survived. Almost half of them survived that first winter. Too bad for the ones for the 46 who died. Or was it?
Do you remember
45?
how many that were left were kids?
No.
Yeah. No, you don't remember?
No.
Half were kids. And half were adults.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. You were good and patient. And we are excited to hear from James.
All right, can we share screen?
You should be able to.
It says it's disabled.
Let's
See.
I have it set. Let's see.
James.
Oh.
James and Darrow have stuff very similar, but different. Focus is different.
What?
Awesome.
What the heck?
Darrow, be a
You-
good listener.
Super
We already-
cool.
Well, no, we're not. No, we're not turning on the audio. It'll mess up trying to share and talk. Okay, just paper. Now, what are we gonna share?
Plymouth. The Pilgrims were early settlers who went to America on the Mayflower. Nearly half the people died when they got to America. Well, in
Mostly
America.
all I see is sky.
Okay.
Okay,
So, what did you build here?
I built Plymouth. And when they got to America, they wanted to go and do their own stuff. So the captain made the Mayflower Compact to stay in one. So everyone signed. They built the common house to sleep in. When they first built Plymouth. Common house. Okay. Common house was where most of them slept in. Is like the main house for a while. They had flour and barrels of stuff. And so they slept in it while they built Plymouth, and the other people were in there. The boys helped make the wall supports and stuff. Here's 2nd Street. I added a butcher, and here's the farm. I yeeted fish in there, then buried the fish. Oh, there's some fish, so when they died.
So, once Plymouth was established, you're saying they had a butcher shop?
Yeah. And so many people died that winter, and they had a ton of graves. Some are even still being dug right now. And then the road led all the way to this platform of cannons. They had to bury the bodies in the night because they didn't want the Native Americans knowing, because the hostile Native Americans is why they have this, trying to stop them. And then I'm going to show the Native American town. Native American town. They have tons of farms. Life is good. And then they have these huts where has like a campfire and the stuff there. I got the design from Fort Bowie. Most of it. And also from the book I read about this.
It's cool. It's cool, James.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, and there's one other thing. Me. Allies. I don't remember if I did this. There's supposed to be secret pilgrim base. The pilgrims are planning against the
Well,
Indians.
did they have a secret pilgrim base in
No,
Plymouth?
I just wanted to add one.
Okay, so tell us more about this Mayflower Compact. You kind of started talking about it, but then changed.
Mayflower Compact was when everyone wanted to get off the ship and just start doing their own stuff, like go build their own houses and everything. Then the captain was scared that they wouldn't get to have enough, that all the people would die. So he had the compact made so everyone would sign it to say that they'd stay together in Plymouth instead of go building it off in the forest.
What they're doing.
James is showing us the town he built.
Okay, is there anything else? You've shown them all the stuff. Now, is there anything else that you would like to share about the pilgrims?
Yeah.
That they're,
Um,
that they're
in the Native Americans that forgot to build this, but they had an area where they can well, no. There's this Native American, Squanto, I think it was, who was running home and he found tons of bones because there was this disease the pilgrims brought back and killed some of them. So when he came running back, he had to join another tribe because all his tribe was dead and there was bones everywhere in the cornfields and it was crazy. And here's the final finale.
No.
Did you know, James, that
Silly.
I presented on to do.
James, did you know that Plymouth Colony was built over the top of the village where Squanto grew up? That was his hometown, but all those bones were his friends and family that had died. So he was coming back home and there was nobody there, just the pilgrims.
Did you know that, James?
No, I read never talked about it.
Kind of sad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, stop. It is not playtime. It is your presentation time. If you are done presenting, are you done or do you have more to talk about?
I'm done.
All right.
all right.
What question can you think of for James?
I'm not sure. I don't think I have any questions.
What was the importance of the Mayflower Compact? How did it affect history?
To our Constitution,
Is there not your constitution?
and it helps them establish their freedom, their rights here.
The
It was
book
more
said,
than it was more than just, oh, I don't want everyone to run away. It's we have to agree to live according to the gospel, according to what the Bible teaches. And we have to ensure freedom, that we're not going to have another person dictating what we can and can't believe like the king was.
Um,
That's why I'm
Do you
explaining
know, James, do you know how many dead bodies there were in the boneyards?
No.
No, yes, James.
in the Native American boneyards.
every single Native American died except this one tribe. Because the pilgrims brought a sickness.
Yeah. That's what That's actually kind of sad.
If the pilgrims didn't mean for that sickness to kill everyone, but because the Native Americans had never been exposed before, they were vulnerable.
Well, it's like when our family moved here, we spent all summer being sick because there were the different germs and viruses going
Your-
around here that
Your house was the
different than
drug
that.
house.
Hang on, let her
Well,
finish.
it's not even just the house, but like we'd go to church or we'd go around people and we would get the different viruses and sicknesses that were
Yeah,
going around here.
Like when we got COVID.
Just luckily, we didn't die from it like the Native Americans did.
Wait, COVID was Native Americans?
No, we got COVID when we moved here is what Darrow was saying.
Oh.
That was after we came up before the poly party.
Yeah, we got sick a lot after we moved because everyone here had different illnesses than we had in Payson, and so our bodies had to get used to it.
So then we got over it.
Yeah.
Well, and one
We
thing,
got some more bad sicknesses going around. Okay. Oh, jeez.
you guys were saying, somebody said that the Pilgrims didn't mean to do this, and actually the germs were there before the Pilgrims got there. The Pilgrims were not the first Europeans the Native Americans brought, so the germs were already there, and the Native Americans had already been wiped out before the Pilgrims even got there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't their fault at all.
Well, and
But-
something neat, we were gonna do this with Darrow's project, but we didn't ever get it done. It ran out of time. But all three of you boys have an ancestor who came to America on a ship before the Mayflower, but they were part of those groups of people, the Pilgrims, who came for economic and religious freedom.
Whoa.
Darrow and James have an ancestor who was or not Darrow and James, Darrow and Eric have a Maur ancestor who was on the Mayflower. So our family has a heritage of being brave and seeking out these freedoms and what they know is important. And so that is something that our families and you three boys each get to carry on is to, Darrow, please don't mess with that. Yes, James.
My family, they came from Denmark and England, but they didn't come with the Pilgrims.
Well, that's the
guide us.
Hanson side. On the Richen side, we have an ancestor. the
Yeah, it's
Pilgrim.
way back on, I believe it was, the Painter, the David side. I think it was
I
the
wanna
David
say-
side.
Family Search also told us that there was a Mayflower Pilgrim. I just don't remember who.
Got it. So
But I
yeah,
don't know if Zach's side or our side. I need to find that. But yeah, we have at least my family has a Mayflower ancestor plus the one that came before the Mayflower.
And
Yeah,
something
so-
random I figured out on Family Search. I have royal blood.
we do, don't we?
No, it's the royal bloods from the princess who got killed in the car accident about 10 years ago, who
Mhm.
was the Danish princess of Wales.
Princess Diana.
Yeah, we're related to her.
Was she the Queen of England or the Princess of England?
She was the princess of Denmark or Wales.
She was married to the man who is now the King of England.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, royal blood.
Yep.
What's the car accident?
Princess Diana.
There's a few
Look at
different
that.
ways that we've got famous ancestors.
We're related to the Wright brothers.
Yeah, same.
Pretty cool.
Everyone's related to Noah. Every single one of us is related to Noah.
Here, I have a question for all three of you boys. Okay, not Molly. Knowing that your ancestors were that brave and they were fighting for what they believed to be true, how does that make you feel? What does it make you want to do anything in your life to carry on that heritage?
I want to go fight for Ukraine.
Ukraine already had nuclear missiles launched from them.
Well, what can you do in your life? How about what can you do right now where you're at to carry on that heritage?
I don't
Being
know.
brave and living for what you believe.
James, can you think of a way that you could stand for what you believe, for what is right?
No.
I'm asking you too, Darrow. How can you
Maybe when you're
carry on that family heritage?
be brave and do what's right now. Right now, what's something you could do today?
I don't know.
Give Cameron a birthday present.
What about
Like,
something that would be brave?
like going to church every day? Like
Well,
every Sunday? I know.
Living righteously,
Living what you believe. That's a good one.
standing up for those who are being bullied.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a neat heritage. It's something that we have that we get to think about because that's part of who we are, is our ancestors helped make it possible for this country and for us to have the freedoms that we want to have, or that we do have. So that's pretty cool.
Hey, James. I have a question for you. What kind of what watch is
No,
this?
no, 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 not yet. Hold on. We will go to open questions and discussions after we make sure. Are there any other
Okay.
questions about the pilgrims before or after they got to Plymouth?
Go ahead, Eric.
Yes, James, or Eric.
Was the like crack just like a tiny, not very big one, or was it gushing water in
It
this?
just leaked every time and now.
Yeah,
Just they figured out water, like a little stream of water.
Yes, sweet. Well,
You know what? Like a hole about that big, and it kept spitting out. Maybe that big.
What would be the problem of having a small hole on a ship? Why? It's just a small hole. They could have kept going, but
It could fill up over time.
when you get into the middle of the ocean, away from all the land and people and supplies to fix it, what would happen if the hole broke bigger?
ooh, it would stink.
How many people would die?
And
Everybody.
well, unless it started sinking and they got lifeboats.
Well, they didn't
So-
really have boats at the time.
It would be safer for them to not go on that ship and wait for it to be fixed, right?
Yeah.
Good question.
Do you guys like the tarantula?
That's pretty
Oh.
cool.
Right now, we're paying attention.
All right. Well, I will go ahead. I'm going to stop the recording